Welcome back to the Center Podcast. I got Mark to my left, Quinn to my right. How y'all doing? Cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
New location.
Oh yeah. New location, new sheet,
new table,
new mic arm.
Didn't know about this before.
New bracelets.
I think Quinn
New
comes
torch.
with something new.
Oh, new torch.
The noise. It's like you need the freaking mask. It's like
Need some welding done.
welding. Yeah.
Yep. So
we look like we're at an NBA press conference.
I think we should take our first question. Yep. You?
You right there?
No, not you. The cute one. All right.
Oh, that one?
Yep. Right there. Yep. What do you think about Kanye and his controversial tweets? Well, it's a good thing you asked that because I actually wanted to open up with a Kanye poem, if I may.
Okay.
Let me actually get the... Gotta whip the whistle.
Yo, the water wasn't even up yet. And he's like...
gotta whip the whistle. I miss the old Kanye. Straight from the go Kanye. Chop up the soul Kanye. Set on his goals Kanye. I hate the new Kanye. The bad mood Kanye. The always rude Kanye. Spaz in the news Kanye. I miss the sweet Kanye. Chop up the beats Kanye. I gotta say, at that time, I'd like to meet Kanye. But right now, I don't want to meet Kanye because he's an asshole. That's the end of the poem.
Usha. Yeah. I mean, anybody has been holding or been on the internet in the past week knows that
It's all over when the bottle randomly pops. Sorry. Twitter, Instagram, any social media, probably on Pinterest. Seen
that community.
It's probably on MySpace right now. Like anything, anywhere you see Kanye, the tweets, him supporting MAGA, and then
I don't like that acronym.
yeah, MAGA.
Game.
I don't even...
I didn't like. It took me a minute to even peek what it meant. Like until I went onto the hashtag.
MAGA. Sound like a frat.
You know, you see like the top 10 trending on Twitter. I was like, the fuck is MAGA? I just kept scrolling. And I was like, clicking on it. I was like, this
Sounds like a
bullshit.
frat.
But honestly, I don't believe Kanye's an asshole. But like, we were very defensive and supportive of him. Like when he was first started the tweets, like
I wouldn't say supportive.
not supportive, but
like I was more on the side of like it's Kanye. He's an artist or whatever. He's a fashion designer. All this stuff. Like don't hold his weight. Don't hold his opinion so heavy. Like he's just at the end of the day, he's a regular ass person. So his opinion means just as much as it does ours, even though it has more influence. We shouldn't take it as serious. And then not to forget that the whole point of like Trump and as a whole is more relatable towards the richer like classes. So I'm not surprised that he would support them. And everybody's mad because I can't believe you could support him, this and that. Like think about it. There's probably way more celebrities that support him that just won't speak up on it.
right. That's exactly why they tell you. I'm sorry, but that's exactly why they tell you not to tell anyone who you vote for, because then everyone's just like, no one can have an open mind about it. No one can have a great discussion about it.
You're allowed to.
Yeah.
You won't get all butthurt because you have an opinion.
No, and I was just going to go off. It was the same thing what happened when it was Obama and Mitt Romney. And it was like all these people were voting for Romney just because he was talking about how, there'll be the taxes and stuff like that for the richer class and everything like that. Wouldn't be changed or anything like that. So like all these celebrities that had all this money were voting for him because of that exact reason. So it's something a lot of celebrities do.
Yeah.
That's all for their money, really.
Trump is the reason why gas prices are at $3. Just saying.
I mean,
but
it hasn't been the first time they've been high. They've been higher, but
I know it was wrong because summer is coming, so they know people are gonna start traveling. People start road tripping. People are gonna start, going long distances. So they're like, "Yo."
It always happens. Like it always happens during the summer though too. I remember it wasn't at $3, but I remember before it was like $2.20 something.
Remember? Yeah, remember.
And it was going and then during the summertime,
that's what I'm saying.
It was like $2.50.
Remember when gas used to be like $2, and then that shit started going up, and we were like, "Yo, your drawing's about to be at $2.50." And I was like,
I remember when I didn't have a car and I didn't pay attention to any of it, but now when I drive past any station, I check like the little John. I'm like,
yeah,
John, what?
That's what I was telling Mark the other day when I picked them up. I was like, dog, Now that I got a car, it's like I really be bitching about these gas prices. But when I was taking SEPTA, I didn't care. I was bitching about tokens, like
It's
token
not
prices.
R.I.P. tokens though.
Yeah, RIP
Such a
tokens. And I remember when people were bitching when it went up to $2.25 instead of $2.
Mm-hmm.
I was in like summer school, and one dude got on the bus. He's like, "Oh, it's $2.25 now." The bus driver was like, "Dog, it's been on the news all month."
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me you didn't know it was gonna be $2.25 to get on the bus?
On the bus for the whole month.
And he's like,
some people don't watch the fucking news.
that is true, because my manager at work, she does not watch the news. I'm basically her anchor news.
It's understandable.
Yeah,
what's happening this around?
either she's reading the newspaper that we got, or like I'm telling her like, "Yo, did you hear about that shooting that went on?" She's like, "No." Well, oh yeah, you don't watch the news. but yeah, I wouldn't say I was supportive of Kanye. I was just like on the defensive side, because I'm like, y'all all really coming at him mad heavy is like
For having an opinion.
Yeah, and then people start coming at Chance, which I had a problem with.
Because his statement was not all blacks have to be Democrat, which is true, because there's Beyonce and Jay-Z who were like clearly said they were Republican and voted Republican before, and that he didn't say anything offensive. He said a fact. Like, it is true that blacks don't have they don't have to be
The truth
Democratic.
hurts.
I don't know why people think that just because
You're a minority, you have to stay Democrat.
Yeah. I guess just because it favors more democratic values. I don't know. People that I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into all that.
But
Yeah.
You were saying.
But I was
You had a problem with it?
I had a problem because I'm like, yo, it's a man just supporting his friend, like.
Which he was like a mentor to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
To see somebody.
Chance just because Chance was like, yo, get off his back, doesn't mean Chance automatically loves Trump. Started wearing the red "Make America Great Again" hat. Yo, he was just like, let's say if Mark was like, yo, I really don't bangs with feminists, and then feminists start attacking Mark, I'm like, y'all just like, it's its opinion, let him share it, and then they be like, oh, so you don't support feminists? I'm like, yo, relax.
Whether you
Like,
agree with it or not, it's like at the end of the day, the whole point of us having free speech is allowing us to say however we feel and respecting what other person says, no matter how wrong or how effed up it is. Like, for example, it's not against the law for somebody to call, like a racist to call somebody a certain like derogatory term. It's not against the law, even though it's not right. Like, they have the freedom of speech to do that. So it's like you can't really get mad at somebody for stating someone that they support someone else when it's not to your.
Victor supports the Confederate Army.
Like, it's kind of like going back to like, I'm gonna just say it's like logic. How he just goes off and just saying how like, no matter what you believe in, no matter what you think, like, we shouldn't get so hurt or offended by it that we should go off to like hurting people and like killing each other off of something like so simple. Like, it's everybody's opinion. Yes, you might not like it or anything like that, but you shouldn't go over the line and basically try to hurt somebody just because of what they value and what they think.
Yeah, and that's how we were recently. Then he just went on TMZ, and it went from being an opinion to just stating ignorance. Like,
to like something I don't even know.
Which, I mean, at the same time, again, I'm not defending him, but I got where he was getting at.
I don't think
Can-
he's black anymore.
You think you can get the clip so we can just play it on there so they know what we're
I
talking
could
about?
try. If not, we might get copyrighted.
Alright, never mind.
But
I'll just say it then. He was basically saying like, 400 years of slavery. He's like, that could have been avoided because that 400 years, to me, that sounds like a choice. And I was like, he's like, 400 years of slavery, that sounds like a choice. And I was just like, why would you say that?
yeah, he went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, like, that is
he
true.
definitely did
Because-
choose his words wrong.
Because I saw a post yesterday which basically was illustrating what he said, and it was basically like, it was a picture. It was like, you know,
Yeah, I
those,
saw it,
like
I
those
saw it, I saw
news.
it.
I'm explaining it for them though too. It's like basically like a newspaper comic type strip where it was just a whole bunch of like slaves back in the day, and then the one like white
Stood up, yeah.
massa, and
Massive.
and they were all like,
We're still
they were-
You can, I don't think you can get covered if you don't tweets. But
yeah, I could show that.
yeah,
photo.
yeah.
That's how I
That's
fucked
what
this up.
I know. But I was gonna say show some of the if slavery was a choice tweets. Because I'm sorry, but them Jones was funny. Like, I was dying.
But
No, go ahead, yeah.
it's basically all those like there's a cartoon of just all of them like kneeling and like just there's a one guy with a whip, And then there's like a second photo was just like them kind of realizing
It's
the
like
numbers.
one guy who stands up, or like a couple stand up.
And then all of them stand up and just kind of, it's kind of like, oh, you can tell that they're outnumbered. He was getting at is like, there were so many slaves that they had the ability to like overcome those one owners. But at the same time, it wasn't just as simple as doing that because one, they weren't as educated. They didn't really realize that they had that power in numbers, and they didn't have weapons or anything of that nature, which I'm assuming back then they did. And they would also, I'm sure, threaten. There's like, if you try and do this, we're not gonna hurt you, but we're gonna hurt people you care about.
Yeah, like
we're gonna fuck like.
Like it's also, if you just think about it, like the slave masters probably had like all this stuff just worked up in their head. Like they just probably had the slaves super scared of anything
they kept them stupid so that, not like, to be rude, but they kept them dumb purposely so they weren't supposed to know how to read. They weren't supposed to communicate or like do any of that. So it's supposed to be impossible for them to like even revolt. Well,
yeah, because I mean that's exactly what they do in Russia prisons. No communication with other prisoners because if people talk, they can try to rebel. And honestly, you could, like, it's basically nowadays, like, gas prices going up. We could probably do something about that to change gas prices, fight, change it, but, like, no one does anything, so it's like, alright, like, it basically just takes one person to be like, yo, we could, like, not be slaves.
But
or something like that. Yeah,
there was also a thing, I'm not going to be able to show this, obviously, but there was a clip from Viceland where they were I don't know the context of it, but it was just one guy interviewing someone who was basically a slave and was still alive at this point. And this was like during, like he said, there's like 40s, 50s, and 60s, where it was supposed to not be a thing, and somehow they didn't know any better, so they didn't, like, they had no connection to like any of the news, anybody was fighting for them during that time, and they had no clue that they could fight or do anything. Yeah. They were just kept ignorant, so they couldn't revolt. And
not only that, it was like, you gotta remember back then there wasn't social media, there wasn't like fast transit mail for slaves and everything.
TV was like, and radio was like basically it, and it was still relatively
exactly.
They had like one TV in the house.
So like let's say
a house phone.
So let's say the whole Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. The only way you knew about it is if there was runaway slaves and word of mouth. Because Harriet Tubman wasn't on Twitter like, y'all, fuck massa.
Catch me out here.
Yo, we out here.
I just did. Look what I just did.
We out here building this underground tunnel. Hit me up.
With your boy.
See other people. Hey, yo, look in here. Hey.
Not only that, if Harriet Tubman would have been around for Snapchat, if Snapchat would have been around back then, definitely been trying to make profit off this shit. Cash at me $5, you get access. Like,
no, change $5.
We gotta meet up at the Underground Railroad 3:00. Be there, be square.
But like honestly, it's like it was hard back then. But like that's what Vic was saying. It was the way Kanye went about it because everyone does this. You say shit and it's like you don't think about it before saying it, or you say it in your head it's said the right way. But when you say it, it's said the wrong way, or like it's just like
a lot of people don't.
It's misinterpreted.
Words are open to interpretation, so it's like kind of when you say something and you're like, I didn't mean to offend you, but it was just like
a lot
that's
of people,
how they took it.
Right.
A lot of people don't know what they're saying sometimes before they say it. Like they don't practice it.
People take it out of context.
They just say it straight up the first time they think about it, and so it's like.
Which I mean, his statement was stupid because he didn't consider all the extra shit.
Exactly. Like when I told the girl I loved her, and I was like. I didn't mean that shit.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows what that word means.
But yeah, it was ignorant for him to state that, but I understood where he was trying to get at. But it's just like, he messed up, but again, don't take his words so heavy. Even though to us, we understand that he's just an artist, he's just a regular person at the end of the day. But like, there's a lot of little kids or a lot of people. Like I was watching TV today, and like they were basically discussing this. I was telling you on ESPN. Where obviously it's not a political thing, but like they're basically saying that, he should, like Max Kellerman, the guy who does boxing, he was basically saying like don't take his words so heavy because it's Kanye West. Stephen A. Smith was saying, I'm not gonna take it serious, but to some people they're not as like intelligent to realize that he is Kanye West. His words aren't that serious. So there's a lot of little kids or like younger people who see his words and they look up to him and they'll take his word as fact. And there's also people who try to take that to like match their agenda. Like a lot of racists will be like, oh, well, Kanye West said this, so what are you talking about?
And you know, what J. Cole said in 1985 does, like, when he's like, oh, white kids listen to you and watch you
and they think
because they think
black.
that's how it is to be black, and that's why it's also scary. Like Kanye saying that.
It's like, do you realize your impact? Which is basically
Exactly. It's like
that's
white people who are white supremacists. Like they're automatically like, yo, Kanye's for us. Kanye's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
they take one person of color's words and just means it paints it over for the whole how everybody.
And like, not only is Kanye a person of color, Kanye is a powerful person of color whose words mean something to people.
That's why, like during the TMZ John, when the guy got up, he was like, it's. He was like, I'm ashamed for somebody like you, who you are, to be going against, like, to be ignorant about this and like go against like your own like race, I guess. So that's what he was like.
You could tell the bull was hurt.
Yeah, I was low-key about to cry, dog. And then when Kanye was like, I'm sorry. No, when Kanye walked over to him, he was like, I'm sorry I hurt you, brother. And I was like, who?
You hurt me.
It just scares me because I tweeted this the other day and like I think you replied to it where I was basically saying like I don't feel something like I feel like something's wrong with Kanye mentally because not from what he's been saying but how he's been saying it, like his demeanor. And like just seeing him from before and seeing him now, I feel like something's not right with him.
Bro, I felt like that was somebody else, and I forget who it was.
And it's crazy to see because like literally it was like a month and a half when he got right back on Twitter. Like how fast this just like turned.
And it was kind of like a thing. It was like, oh, he announced his album, his 2 albums. He's like, all right, so he's gonna do some publicity stuff, which is easy. Which obviously, for the most part, is what he's doing.
That's what a lot of rappers do too. To be honest,
it's like, yeah. A lot of people could log off until it's time to go to work. Like, basically, like J. Cole, if you go on his Instagram, he has like 3 posts. He'll come back and just... Or if you go on Kendrick Lamar's Instagram, it's just a black photo. There's nothing there. He doesn't post until it's time to do publicity and like...
yeah, Childish Gambino did the same thing. Especially, Childish Gambino did that when, I think, Ferguson was going on, all that Ferguson stuff. Mm-hmm. He went he blacked out. It was like a whole blackout. Like, screen. He deleted everything off Instagram, deleted everything off Twitter. Both profiles was black, even his Tumblr. It was just like, a lot of people do that. But it was funny when J. Cole was like tweeting, but it was the same time Kanye was saying all this stuff about MAGA, and he was like, alright y'all, this is my last tweet because I know y'all got a lot to deal with today. He's like, I'm gonna get off Twitter. That shit had me dead.
Like he dropped the album and a week later he was like, oh, I'm answering like all y'all questions real quick, and people were just asking about the album and like people were making comments and people were like praising him. He was like saying thank you, and he's like he basically answered questions all day. Yeah. And after that started popping off, he's like, yeah, I'm done. And then what's messed up too is that like other people trying to help Kanye and he like putting them out there.
Yeah.
Like, John Legend was like, yo, like, don't make this be a part of your whole thing. Like, this is not gonna sit well with a lot of people.
J. Cole called him and everybody was like, yeah, J. Cole was not trying to get screenshotted.
Even though you could still record the call. But.
Yeah, because he did it to Taylor. Yeah. But remember that?
Yeah, there's a whole thing where
she's like, wow, I didn't.
And she basically did give Kanye the okay to do that whole thing with talking about her in his song and shit, and she tried to then come out like years later saying, oh yeah, like I don't like how he did that and everything. It's like, what, you recorded, like come on, don't try to be slick about it.
He basically says like, is it cool if I say this?
Yeah, she was like perfectly fine with it. And then I think she was really coming at Kim about it, I think, at first. Trying to come at her.
Like, they drew her into it.
And and it was just like, it made no sense. But Kanye, we're here for you. Yeah. Here's your safe haven.
A tweet from Vic. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but hearing Kanye talk, you can tell something is not right with him. Like, it's not even about what he's saying that is throwing me off. It's how he's saying it. I was like, dawg.
Like,
I thought I was the only one.
If you see him talk, it just looks funny to me. Like, it looks like it's not him or something. Something like, like he has a mental issue.
That's not really Kanye. It's a robot. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's a lizard.
They took the real Kanye.
No, I mean, I don't know if it's like who he's been around or what's going on, but you could just tell.
He's been hanging out with the Kardashians for too long.
I don't want to blame that because everybody always draws it to them, but like it's also their history is also not helping.
Look what happened to Chris Humphries. Look what happened to Lamar. Look what happened to Rob.
Anybody that touch it, well, Rob was.
I know.
Anything that had like anybody that comes in contact with them is just like drama comes out of it because Tristan Thompson got messed up. Chris Humphries, Kanye West, Reggie Bush, a lot of people.
It's just a line.
Ray J.
He fucked himself there. Sexy cannon.
Yeah, it's just.
I hit it first.
It's not a good track record, but at the same time, like,
No, do you remember that?
We're not
I
there.
did not hit it first.
Yeah, we're not there to say like because we're not there. Like we can't say what they did, but it's also up to him to not change. Because like even if you're around,
That's
people,
the thing, and it's
Yo,
crazy.
you could be a
to
grown
see.
man and just not
Real
change.
quick,
And it's
why didn't Solo come out today? I
Solo?
wonder. A Star Wars story? Han
Why
Solo?
Why didn't it come out today?
Because
Oh.
May the 4th be with you, dog. It's May 4th. And it's Friday. It should have came out today.
They do a lot of trailers for it.
Yeah.
Well, Childish Gambino dropped today. A song.
And he's on SNL tomorrow.
And he asked people, "Can you stop?"
I'm
and
sorry.
he was asking people what song he wants them to perform on Saturday Night Live.
I want him to do that cover for,
He's not gonna do that.
but I still want it. I need him to do a song from Cul-de-sac. I need him to do a song from all.
He's not doing that either. It's Saturday. They do one song and they dip.
No, it's like Cardi B did like 3.
Yeah, but her songs are like the same shit, and it's probably a compilation.
Yeah.
Anyway, Travis Scott dropped.
What the fuck?
You seen that? Travis Scott.
Yo,
dropped-
Macadelic.
Is that
dropped
on SoundCloud or is it on Apple?
After.
Yo.
Because I could have sworn, because every time I seen him posted about it, he was like,
It's Kanye,
he was like,
Travis,
oh,
and Lil Uzi.
he was like, oh, look at the link. I'm like, why do I have to look at the link? Just
Let him
tell me
go.
it's-
Let him go off about Mac Miller real quick because he's about to lose his mind.
Yeah.
Vic, I saw it before in the morning. Vic retweeted something, and it was Mac Miller dropped a remastered version of Mac. Sorry, I know you told me to stop banging on the table. Macadelic, dog. What?
It was like a gift that I didn't want, but I just like I didn't ask for, but it's just like, oh, this is I didn't know I wanted this.
No, you know what they took out though? The end part. So it's like, I'm somebody now, Harry. And then the drum from Willy Wonka, he's like, and the rowers keep on rowing. I was like, oh man, they took that out.
I mean, you can still listen to the original.
Yeah, I like that part though.
But yeah, I didn't know Travis Scott put it on Apple Music. Because every time I seen him post about it, he was like, oh, look at the link. I'm like, why the link? Why can't I just go to Apple Music? That's why I thought it was like something on SoundCloud or something.
At first I got scared because I wanted to go look at Mac Miller's
But yeah,
the album, the remastered version.
Tripping, scoopity whoop.
Yo,
Scoopity.
this verse right here, swoop, scoop dee dee poop.
It's like a big closing poem.
Yeah, scoop dee dee poop.
Yeah, I'm
which was
just
hilarious.
saying, like, when I saw that, I started cracking up. I literally was probably almost in tears.
I genuinely was like, yo, he's about to go hard, like something crazy. The beat was tough. All this other
The
stuff.
title, Yay versus the People. I was like, see, I knew
That's
all
the
them
song.
sweet. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was this one.
Yeah, versus the People's with T.I.
You right.
That
was
song
my
was actually
bad.
pretty good.
That was my bad. I'm sorry.
Another thing to go mention though, a lot of people haven't come to Kanye, like other artists too, like 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg.
Yo, 50, but no, 50
Snoop Dogg always
is-
come at everybody.
Yeah, Snoop always coming at everybody. 50 always coming at everybody. I feel like they just don't fuck with anyone. And then
50
Get your man.
50 trying to sell Sobe water, chill. So.
and then Chris Brown came out of nowhere like he a clown.
Yeah, and he deleted it because people got mad at him.
Chris always do that though. He'll post something on Instagram, vent, and he'll delete it like 5 minutes.
It's because people was bitching at him.
Yeah.
He went on his story. He was like, "Wow, like it's crazy that y'all like coming at me for like when everybody's saying the same shit." He literally was saying what everybody else was saying, and then when he said it, he was like, "You hit Rihanna like 10 years ago. Shut up."
You have no room to talk.
Which I mean, yeah, he fucked up, but like that doesn't undermine that doesn't undermine.
It's like that's what I don't get, man. It's like one person that fucked up tries to say how another person fucked up, and then other people are like, "Yo, but you fucked up though."
It's like, all right,
So you got no room to talk. But it's like,
and you probably fucked up in your life too. The person saying that, like,
no one's perfect.
People be so quick to jump on it. Did we just say the same thing again?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You said a different way, but
You like got more angry.
Yeah.
about it. I was like,
I think nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But seriously though, nobody's perfect. It's like nobody's perfect. I don't know how else I can get more into depth with that. It's like nobody's perfect.
yeah.
Honestly.
You know what got me mad too? This is kind of random, but like it's kind of everybody getting mad at Chance. I seen all these people on a rant talking about how Chance peaked and like how Chance is dying. How? So he dropped 2 classic mixtapes. Can't argue that. Fire, straight fire. he dropped a new album. Well, this was not recent, but his most recent album, Chance 3, Coloring Book.
I realized how long ago they came out, and I was just like, but that's what I'm saying. When you say that, it's like it came out a few years ago, still good as shit. So I don't understand how
he's. A half ago. It wasn't that long.
Yeah.
He won
2016.
He won Grammys for it.
But do y'all not know that our boy over here is about to become mayor of Chirac?
He dropped that, and it was a different sound, and people still fucked with it. Won 3 Grammys and hasn't done anything since. So how did he peak? He hasn't really. I would say he peaked if he dropped his next one and it was trash. Then that was like, all right, that was peak Chance. He hasn't dropped. He stopped up here. He hasn't dipped yet. Like we don't know where he's going.
His roller coaster is stuck at the top.
like he could drop another album and just keep fucking win 3 more or win 4 more.
I guess it's like same thing with Frank.
He didn't peak at all. He was just like I don't feel. He doesn't like I don't. I guess he's just not about the fame shit. He doesn't go out for cameras. He barely goes on tour. He does like one show and gets like 3.5 mil. He drops an album. Everybody's fucking with it for like 8 years. Drops another one. Everybody's like, you're still the fucking GOAT. Like
these guys were coming at me. Well, they weren't coming at me. They're just like, what the fuck? Because I didn't listen to Blonde. I did listen to Blonde when I was at work. Loved it. And then like I played that and I still bumped my Channel Orange because Vic put that on 2011 on my iPod. I listened to it every day after school. Yeah. It was like
the toughest ankle to say. That shit was like
you gave me the most banging playlist ever. And then
when I was the only boy who knew how to jailbreak.
Yeah, Vic he gave me some tough ass games. He gave me I had free games. I had free
zombies. And
I had all this free stuff. And then one person trying to. So I lost everything, and that really hurt me because Cul-de-sac was like, I had my heart broken.
Okay.
And Cul-de-sac was my album to listen to every day. So fly to me. I used to cry cutting grass. I remember because that was the time I was always cutting grass for my dad because that's what my dad does, and like I was also in a breakup. And I was also listening to that song, so I'd just be like cutting grass, doing the blower. Girl, so fly to me.
Why you do me like
I do like
Why you mad?
But
about there. About there.
It's time?
Like 30 more minutes.
What time? 32? Like what exactly were we
That was 27.
27. Oh, we chilling.
yeah. Well, we're gonna find no. But yeah, I forget where we're going because I started thinking about
tripping. I don't want to see.
I was in my heartbroken bag. I
don't want to see any of y'all who's talking shit about Kanye bumping either of these albums when they drop in June.
People were like, you know what?
I was like, yo, he drawing, but I was telling Ash, I was like, I'm still fucking with that album when they drop.
People were like, yo,
you gotta separate people's work with like the person sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo.
As much as y'all want to be mad at Bill Cosby, y'all know y'all fucking with Cosby Show. Like it's stamped. It's your childhood. Like.
I don't know. But like,
if you see that theme song come on. Like you can't lie.
Gonna break your neck.
Like there is some stuff you just gotta separate from the person. Like,
but what was I gonna say?
How did you see that? I peeped that shit too. Yo, that was weird.
What?
That didn't make no sense.
I don't know. Anyway. Forget what I was gonna say. Kanye's album. They were gonna be like, yo, his album came out. I don't fuck with Bull, but I might just listen to it just to see.
See if he says something drawn again.
I'ma just all I know is I'm gonna see people post shit like, oh, this shit nice, but like I still don't fucks with them. I'm gonna be like,
you know what got me mad? That one person was like, oh, it had to be done, and they showed a screenshot of them blocking Kanye. And somebody replied,
who are you?
Somebody replies like, oh, you really showed him. Like, like what is that gonna do? He's still gonna make his bread. He's still gonna sell his sneakers.
I'm sorry, but like,
how many of y'all hypebees gonna stop rocking Yeezys? Keep it a bean.
I'm still trying to get them.
I seen 3 on Broad Street on the way here.
I'm still trying to get them.
I need my first pair.
And not to call people out, but there was people of color who was wearing them. So like, I don't know if they was talking shit on Kanye. They might have just been on the same time we are.
Yeah, they might be on our page, but
like, I'm pretty sure there's people out there who are still gonna do that shit.
For
you know, if you see power, you're gonna get fucking hype. Like you can't. You can't. You lifting weights, you hear power. You you doing that max rep.
You gonna hit that joint. You gonna
have all this power.
I'm jumping out the window.
You gonna do
Let everything go. That's a shit.
You gonna do every weight within the whole.
Yo, I think I play that song out so much. I kind of like have like, I like it when I first hear it, but if I like hear it again, it's like
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'll play that shit.
If I hear Runaway,
that
video, I still watch it. I still get chills.
bro,
I don't care who
they're
you
like
are.
13 minutes long, ain't it?
No.
That song is long.
Oh, the song is long.
No, the video,
No,
the music video.
short. It's like 3 minutes.
No, it's
oh,
not,
the
bro.
music video.
The music video.
I'm talking about a different video.
What are you talking about?
A concert.
Oh.
There's a video of him at a concert. He's doing the beat on stage.
Oh yeah,
And he
yeah,
does
yeah.
all the dings until the last one. And he just like pulls.
Bro,
back.
you know, I think that was like I first heard the song, and I was like, eh. But then when he did the live, I think it was on MTV or something, on the
VMAs.
The VMAs.
It was the VMAs. It was that song came out and that whole album came out
And
like a year after the whole.
He had
thing
the 808 John right here, and he was like, "Get at you, get at you, get at you." Go ahead, Vic, I'm sorry.
But yeah, it was like a year after the whole Taylor Swift thing where he called it. He said Beyonce had the best thing of all time, whatever. Or yeah, and that was like his coming back.
He was-
Okay.
I'm sorry. Because it was so tough. I'm thinking about it because I remember watching it. It was like pitch black stage, and then actually, just a circle of like
Ballet dancers.
and then he just like right there. He was like, "Get at you, get at you, get at you."
And that's when he. There's so much stuff. That's my favorite performance, like period. Cause like, that was. People argue that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is his best album. The artwork is crazy. It was a year after he didn't do anything because of that whole controversy.
I am so sorry. I thought
He had the whole like show going on. They even MTV like they were doing trailers for his performance. It was the last one.
so random.
And then on top of that, it was when he introduced Pusha T, who ended up being like the best artist. On top of that,
Ichabod Crane with his mother top off.
is your wrist good? Was
Yeah.
that this? You heard that? Yeah. Do that again. It was a wrist though the first time.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Don't break your arm now, alright.
When you first did that, it was like clack clack. Like
Yeah, I heard it.
I thought it was like this big. I don't know. Anyway,
My manager saw. She's like,
smoked
Is it-
weed once after on 420. Now you wear all this shit and you have a blowtorch.
"Still 420."
You gonna buy a bowl and be all hype with it like.
I already have my boy.
Really?
I've been at it. But no, my manager saw this. She was like,
Do I have
"Is
to
that a
test
weed?"
you?
She was like, "Is that
Is
a weed?"
that a weed? I'm calling the police.
No, it's a crayon. No, but she saw it. She's like, "Is that a weed plant?" I was like, "It's a flower."
What'd she say?
She's like, "Oh."
You about to get tested tomorrow and shit.
Psych.
But yeah, don't take other people's opinions.
So
and,
deep.
Yeah, and their work also. Mix
Separate it.
Yep. I still love you, Kanye.
People have done great things.
Just-
like as some people genuinely believe that Michael Jackson like lost the best kids, and then some people still, even though that happened, they still bump it.
That's my boy.
You can't fuck with Thriller. Like,
Don't mess-
Bro,
don't mess with my-
I hate when my parents are watching that controversial MJ documentaries.
This
Where
is
like, huh?
this is it.
No. It's like the one. It's a network called Reels, and they always. I feel like every time it's always something about Robin Williams and his mental disorder, or Michael Jackson being broke, his accusations for touching kids and all that stuff. And I hate when they watch that because I'm like, yo, I'm a big fan of Michael. Can you not?
He donated the entire tour proceeds from Thriller, his best-selling album. Like,
Stop, please.
just saying. And he wasn't like making art. Look up any Michael Jackson performance. It's an arena, not an empty seat in that bitch, and everybody has like a flashlight.
Everybody's
It's
like crying.
wild.
I saw the video where literally it was like for like literally over like a
Like,
minute.
no, it was like
some
3. It was like a
change.
solid 3 minutes.
It was like 3 minutes or more.
just him just holding
he's
it.
just standing still. Everybody's
and
cheering
the,
for him.
the
Constant.
screaming is like peak levels.
You know my favorite-
for that whole
You
time.
know what my favorite video is? When Chris Rock comes out and he starts dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Michael's
Him
just
and
like,
Usher,
yeah, like
Yeah. But he started doing that when he first performed at the Super Bowl. Because he came out and he just held that joint in the arena, not the arena, what the fuck, the Coliseum in LA. He just held that joint.
It gives me chills right now to think you have so much love that literally people would scream and cheer for you for over like 5 minutes.
And it didn't die down. It was just like.
But you know, I think that's what comes with fame and love. You're gonna always have people trying to bring you down, no matter what. No matter what. That's why I always tell people, like, they be down. I'm like, yo, why are you down? Because someone's talking shit about you. Everyone's gonna talk shit no matter what you're doing. You could be the nicest, you could be Ellen, the nicest person in Hollywood, and people will try to find a reason to talk shit about you.
The only thing you can do is avoid controversy against your name, which there's only one person I know who's had peak career, like considered like one of the best to ever do it at what they do and not have any controversy at all.
For real, I think about it like this. You know what you do. You like those other people don't know what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know you're not a murderer, you know you're not a rapist, like that you know. I feel as though like you can prove your point and like try to like, but don't let that shit like hurt you to the point where like you like damn like I don't even want to go outside.
LeBron's the only guy I know who doesn't have a controversy, and he's considered like
not on wood, dog.
I know, like thank God, but like he just plays ball and goes home to his wife. Like he be chilling. Because even Michael Jordan had controversy, even though it was forced upon him. Like it wasn't really anything he did. They were just saying, oh, he has a gambling problem, and it was just like
they try to find anything. If they can't find anything on you, they'll make something up. Like yo, Vic smells his toes at night. Like,
not even that flexible, but it's like,
this guy, like, that's pretty disgusting. I can't see how he has fans. He smells his toes.
Like, somebody was saying, like, for Michael Jackson, like, it was a comedian. It was a comedian, but, like, at the same time, there's some kind of truth to it, because, I mean, all good jokes contain true shit. But anyway, it was like, so I forgot who it was, but they're talking about the whole Michael Jackson case and how, like, they were coming at Michael for saying that he, like, molested kids. But it was like, then it just got dropped. Because they, like, took, like, I don't know, so there was, like, a settlement or something like that. And it's like, I don't know about y'all, but, like, or if you guys had kids, would you guys take money if your kid got raped to just be quiet about it? Like, who, like, how, like, is there really something going on if you just take money and you're like, oh, it's cool?
You know what's crazy? I've seen this one video. It's, like, somewhat related, but not related to Mike or anything. This dude got away with touching another guy's kid. Mm-hmm. And, like, they were transporting him in the airport. The dad was like wearing a disguise and all. In
the airport and
killed him. Straight blew his head off.
Damn.
And then he was like screaming like, you fucking touched my kid, blah blah. The dude was already dead. I was just like, I got chills just thinking about it. I'm like that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's true, no matter your money, like nothing's gonna make me just be. They would have kept going. You touched my kid, but you gave me a stack. I'm chilling.
Like no, like that shows to me right there that like there's maybe something where it didn't happen. Like, well, yeah, if you just take money to clear it out, like, is it really
right?
How much truth is there to it?
Right.
That's like the women that everybody's claiming that Bill Cosby, like, that he like touched those women. Obviously, he got found guilty of it, but people were saying that they're doing it just for fame. Like, how many of those women can you name?
I don't know. It's funny that you said it though, because literally in class that exact same question popped up. Like how many other women that actually happened to, you know?
And how many of them took a money settlement? Like they just kept, because it happened, they kept fighting until he went to jail. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about fame. It was about somebody did something wrong and we wanted to pay for it. So that's how you know the difference between something actually happening and some people doing it for the bullshit.
I'm gonna leave you guys with that.
It's time.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at MarkyMark and Twitter. Are we just gonna go straight across?
You go back to Q.
Alright, Q. Where can they find you?
Oh.
You can find me on Instagram at Q etc. or Twitter at Q etc. And Victor, what can I find you?
They can find me at on Instagram and Twitter at Victor Rivera _ and etc. stuff is real etc. Instagram and Twitter. And our email is real.etc@gmail.com.
Thank you for watching us. We'll tune in next week to see what we talk about next time.
We'll catch you this Thursday.
Yep. Oh,
as well.
Is true.
So, any last words, boys?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
See ya. That's it. Honestly, you a bunch of twats. That's all that really matters.
We still miss the old Kanye. Scoopity whoop.
Scoopity poop.
Whoopity scoopity whoop. Cut it.